Inflation and higher costs are delaying and changing major life milestones of St. Louis residents. In fact, a new study by financial services firm Edward Jones found that last year, nearly half of St. Louis residents adjusted their timelines for purchasing or selling a home, getting married, starting a family, the whole nine yards. Now, here to talk about this study is Aaron Izell, a local Edward Jones financial advisor. Good morning, Aaron. How are you?
I'm well, James. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So, St. Louis residents are impacted by inflation and higher costs. What does that mean?
Well, it means that everything's a little more expensive, especially when you go back pre-pandemic. I mean, numbers are high. People are feeling the higher prices at the pump. They're feeling it at the grocery store and everywhere else that we spend money. So it impacts our spending decisions long term, both long term and short term. So big impact.
So, what should St. Louis residents consider who are delaying or accelerating key life milestones based on money? What should they do?
Yeah, I think it's a tough decision, right? These are big decisions. These are life milestones. So taking careful consideration of cost is absolutely going to be important. And the question I think is, how long are costs going to be this high? Are costs going to go down? Are costs going to be better if we delay some of these major milestones? So um, I think that's the major consideration is, again, how long will this take, or how long can we delay those important things that happen in life?
Now, what can St. Louis residents do to have a more secure financial future?
So, James, I think that, we have to focus on the things that we can control, right? We can't control inflation. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes to bring inflation down and bring costs down. But I think it comes back to the things that we can control. So that's going to be, how comfortable are we taking risk in our investments? What are our goals? I think that's the most important question. Where are we going? And then how much time do we have? Does the impact of inflation here in the short term really impact our long-term goals? Or is this something that, again, it's going to be in our rearview mirror by the time we reach our goals for retirement or sending our kids to college or whatever the case may be? So it is coming back to the things that we can control and master, and inflation is just not one of those things.
You know, it's interesting when you start talking about the future, especially with millennials. If I look at baby boomers today, those who have pensions and retirement accounts invested in the stock market and all kinds of mutual funds, and depending on how the market goes, their checks go up and down. Will that continue for millennials when they get to be our age?
I believe so. And when we talk about income in retirement, we still need some of those growth investments to keep up with inflation and rising prices. But by the time you access your funds for income, right, we shouldn't have too much exposure to the market, right? So I think that comes back to the idea of working with a financial advisor, working with someone to build a plan and making sure that you are landing the plane as you're approaching those goals, so that we're not overexposed to the market when it's time to produce that income in retirement or whatever our financial goal may be.
Now, Aaron, where can my viewers go to learn more?
Sure. So we have plenty of resources online. You can go to edwardjones.com. You can find plenty of resources about, market performance and the economy and things like that. But I would strongly encourage you to sit down with a financial advisor. If you don't have one, build a relationship. Start to get that judge of character, make sure it's a good personality fit. And if you are with an advisor that's not giving you the information and the confidence to act in this economy and in this market, I think you got to get out and start talking to some other people.
I hear you. Aaron Izell, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend.
Awesome, James. Thank you so much.